arm is and what to do. There's arm bars from there. There's a bunch of different chokes. So we'll start to work a choke from the same position. Once you already have, you go from mission control to that New Jersey, we're going to the other side, okay? You might have to be kind of flexible, but there's other ways to do it, so the flexibility isn't as big of a deal, and I'll show both ways. And then we'll just continue to work out on that. Bring it down, get my angle, come up, control, keep my position tight, all right? So from here, if I can still get to this position, right, and I'm coming over, I'm gonna bring my leg out. So instead of keeping my foot on his face to push for that omoplata, I'm gonna try to get it under his chin, okay? And now that I get this position, I'm still keeping this tight. I'm gonna come up to my elbow and I'm gonna grab my toes. And now from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to extend to get that choke. Okay, it comes on really quick, and all I'm doing when I get this position here, my forearm that's on top of his head, right, I'm building that triangle for that strangle, I'm extending, and from here there's room, and there's not. And that's all I'm doing. A little bit of room to no room, building that triangle with that position, okay? Another position from here, as soon as I get this position, is even if his chin's down a little bit, I can do a sit-up, try to grab this arm, and I'm grabbing his head, okay? And when I'm doing a gable grip, I'm gonna do the same thing, but without grabbing my toes, okay? So when I get this position, I'm just gonna squeeze him into me and extend my foot out, okay? So that's another one of the Gogoplata, okay? So be careful when you're doing this. Go slow, right? If you're not flexible enough to get in this position, you have to get to your hip more, okay? And with the Gogoplata, where I'm grabbing my toes, I can do it, but I don't have as strong as a position if I can base up and get to my elbow. And now when I get this position, now I have it. Okay, so I'm grabbing like the ball of my foot, and then that's where I start extending, okay? Another thing that I do work from here, it's a little bit tougher to get. Flexibility and belly size has a little bit to do with it, but I love getting to this position where I get to the position here where I'm clinching, and if he gives me, usually when he starts feeling me go for this arm's gonna come up to try to stop. So it's easy for me to let go, grab this underhook, and I start extending this way, okay? So I can do one of two things, and I've been able to do both. I get here, and I do a like reverse armbar elbow crush, right? Or his arm ends up a little bit higher, and I'm bringing his elbow over his head. His shoulder hurts, so I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just grabbing that, and I'm bringing it this way for like a shoulder lock, weird Americana angle, okay? And all I'm doing is I'm bringing his shoulder blades together in that position, okay? So we have the Gogoplata here, extending. Gogo clinch, gable grip, here, extending. If he starts fighting this, easy for me to underhook, get this position, get my reverse armbar, right? Could also turn into a choke from there, or a strangle. Or if his arm's behind his head, I'm grabbing here and pulling. At the same time, I'm doing a sit-up to keep this one tight. All right, so those four, you should be able to do 2 of the 4